Hi guys, I'm Charlie, welcome back to Cine Channel, and the live-action Moana has officially released, and it is being absolutely trashed. Now yes, everybody going into this was like, this is obviously just a cash grab, and I just still think it's so crazy to think that it's not even 10 years after the original, and it's 3D animation, not even 2D, so a lot of the backgrounds of the original already kind of look like live action. We also just got 2 years ago the animated sequel to the original, so I don't even know what they're doing with the Moana IP here, but nonetheless it leads us to today where we have the live action Moana remake, and your boy saw it today, and like I said, all I've been seeing is just horrible reviews saying the movie is awful, this movie is just being trashed, and so I am here today to kind of agree but also be the voice of reason and the only kinda positive review for Moana 2026. Like I said, I still think this is a very weird movie to exist and it doesn't need to, but I don't know, man, I'm young, not like all those other critics. I was 8, actual 8. That was a weird thing to say, actual 8. I was the littlest kid seeing the original. Still young and have grown up on that. I'm kind of excited to see a live action remake when I see all the other classics being turned into live action remakes. I'm not saying this is a classic, I'm just saying a childhood movie for me finally getting this treatment would be kind of cool. And so I don't know if you just have to be my age, 18 by the way. Grown ass man went to see Moana alone. But hey, like I said, for the nostalgia and my channel that gets 50 views. Oh my god, I'm gonna stop the sidetracking. Point is, I think you have to be my age to enjoy this movie. Because like I said, if you were a kid 10 years ago when the original came out, you're gonna be like, awesome. But all these critics are like 30, 40. They just saw another cool animated movie 10 years ago. But now it's like, to them, there's really no point in this. When to us, yeah, there's no point, but we grew up on this movie, so it's still gonna be cool to see it. Does that make sense? It does to me. So just to get that whole thing out of the way, let's officially begin and talk about Moana 2026, starting with the good. And first things first, it's just charming to kind of see this again in theaters and with this live action treatment that was cool for a little bit when they first started it. So now when one comes out that I'm actually interested in, I actually thought the trailers looked cool and they kept the overall vibe. I mean, okay, look, this movie is literally a shot for shot remake. So yeah, they kept the overall vibe, and maybe that's why I like it. It's the movie that I loved. I know that's not a valid thing to say, but I'm just saying all the charmingness and vibes of the movie is still there, and it's cool to see it done in live action. The music once again is awesome, and I got chills for some of the cool parts and more memorable moments of the movie. Jesus Christ. So I was just overall enjoying it. I actually thought the colors still popped a bit, and the visuals did look pretty good actually, contrary to what a lot of people are saying. Yes, you can tell this was filmed on a green screen and the lighting is off a lot of times, and I'll talk about that in the negatives. But overall, I think the visuals and action sequences are still really cool. I actually really liked the Shining scene again, and that whole sequence with the giant crab Tamatoa. Dude, am I gonna mess up these names after saying I love the original and I'm fine with this one? But I do enjoy that sequence. The actress playing Moana, I think she does the best with what she's given, but I just think they did a good job adapting everything and doing what they said the premise is gonna be, a live action remake. So I just don't really understand why everybody is so mad. Yes, it's a cash grab. Yes, it's soulless. Every sequel, right? That every sequel now is that, okay? Especially in the year 2026. It's the year of big IP movies. It's all soulless. I'm just saying. And now, of course, just saying that, let me move on to the negatives. Yes, I agree. They do nothing new. And at some points, it does feel they kind of skim over some of the more relationship moments between the two characters of Maui and Moana. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is just, I mean, come on. They kind of botched his look, I'll admit. They didn't really make him do anything different. He was trying to do something cool in The Smashing Machine. So to see him now in this is like baffling, actually baffling. I do agree the lighting at some points does look like a sketch, and it wasn't really that funny. I didn't really laugh that much. I was just more charmed and smiling by stuff I liked from the original, which could be seen as a negative. Look, I'm not saying I loved the movie. I'm saying it's not as bad as everyone's saying, and I thought it was good. That's all. Or fine, like Supergirl. It was good, but just fine, not great. Not even that good. Another negative, I didn't really think it had to be longer than the original. I mean, yes, you wanted to add a couple stuff or extend a couple scenes, padding out the runtime, but I do think this movie just kind of has a bit of a pacing problem. And the last thing I'll say is, yes, I like the animation. It was a positive, but when you're doing a live action remake of a 3D animated movie, it's gonna look like animation, which is why I just said animation. And so it doesn't really look that different. You just gotta really look at the textures. But in 2016, animation already was so good at textures. So like I said, there was just really no point in this. But for what it was good. So overall, I don't know why everybody's absolutely absolutely hating on this one. We've seen this 1,000 times already. You're gonna be there for the next one, and then what? You're just gonna have the same exact opinion? Like, I'm looking at all these film reviewers that I watch and love, and I'm like, guys, what did you actually expect? So for someone who was the prime age when the original came out and who's like not salty on this now to still enjoy it, I'd say Moana 2026 is good. Hell, people were clapping. All right, this is a family movie. Little kids and families are gonna like it, dude. They're gonna like it. This was just a more chill review, not a lot to talk about, but just certain thoughts. The movie itself is fine. I would give Moana, the live action remake, a 6.8. I think I gave The Mummy that because yeah, they're good, just fine. What did you think about the Moana live action remake? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I don't know. I just really wanted to come out of the shadows to be the voice of reason, to tell you that sometimes there's very rare cases to where the movie's not good because it wasn't made for you, or you don't think it's good because it wasn't made for you. Yes, it's soulless. Yes, you can be like, dude, that's disgusting. That looks cheap. It's a family movie. In my opinion, it was fine. I was into it. Just wasn't made for you, dog. What a great way to just try to get into film criticism, right? Disagree with everyone. Thank you for watching this if you did. Check out the channel, subscribe, check out the TikTok and Instagram at Cine Channel. I'll see you in tomorrow's review of Evil Dead Burn. I'm Charlie. Have a Cine day.